Welcome to Posh Affairs. I'm Shirley Osborne and I am delighted, absolutely delighted that you have come here, because I get to tell you about Posh Affairs, why I created Posh Affairs and all that, but mostly because I get to talk to you about feminine alchemy. Because you're listening to this, I take it that you are a woman who is about something, a woman who is working on her life, who is looking for ways to build, to construct, to have the life that brings her the most satisfaction, the most pleasure. And so I created Posh Affairs precisely for that kind of woman, the woman who wants, not desires, not would like, but the woman who truly, truly, truly wants a life that is rich with things like accomplishment, achievement, success, health, wealth, wisdom, fulfillment, significance, contribution, and of course a life that is popping with pleasure and delight and lots and lots and lots of love. Posh Affairs is for the woman who is ready to do the work, to step up and do the work that will have these things show up in her life. It's for the woman who is ready to have the experiences of her lifetime, the experiences that will create her life, experiences that will excite her brain power, that will stimulate her senses, experiences that will lift up her spirit. In other words, experiences that will fuel the fire in her soul. And that for me is a woman who is practicing feminine alchemy and is ready to go deep into the practice of feminine alchemy. And so let me tell you what feminine alchemy is. Because feminine alchemy is something, you know what feminine alchemy is. You're a woman, you know it. You have the ability to practice feminine alchemy, because feminine alchemy it belongs to all of the women of all the world, of all of time. Every woman knows feminine alchemy. Feminine alchemy is something that all women know. Every single woman in the world understands it, comprehends it, connects with it. It is applicable to everything that women do, and I believe it is vital to the health, wealth, and well-being of every single woman on this planet. But it is also clear to me, and from my own life too, that most of the time, most of us women do not make the best possible use of this priceless intelligence that we possess, that we uniquely possess. And for all kinds of reasons. Some of which are valid and important and have to do with the fact that even today, in the 21st century, many of the things that affect us, that are important to us, we don't control them. We women don't control them. Then there are those things that we just kind of make up and tell ourselves. And there are those that we buy into and believe because that's what we've been told. Like, for example, the notion that power is a male quality. It's a male characteristic. It's a masculine trait. It's a macho virtue. Men do it better. It's natural for men. It's easier for men. And therefore, women should, mostly leave it alone. Leave it to the men because they do it better. Because it's natural to them. How's that been working for us? For the world, for the men even. And so a lot of my work at Posh Affairs and in feminine alchemy is about supporting women, guiding, mentoring, teaching women to find their power, to access the power, because the only power that matters is personal power. What I call your PPQ, your personal power quotient. And many women ignore it, don't know how to find it, don't know how to use it. For all those reasons I talked about earlier. So a lot of the work we do at Feminine Alchemy is that, because it's kind of difficult to be successful, to do the work you want, to find the things you like, to have the life you want, if you are not feeling your power. And because women so often are tentative about power, I created Posh Affairs to support them. Feminine alchemy is what happens when women are doing the work that we are supposed to do as individuals and as women. It's what shows up, it's what manifests in the world, it's what what comes into being in the world when women reach for the ancient wisdoms, tap into the primeval knowings that we carry in our bones, and pull them together, pull them forward, and combine them, blend them, meld them with the newest information, the latest sciences, the most modern technologies, to create precious, valuable, wonderful things that contribute to the lives of all of the others of us, but that also give them lives of significance and meaning and distinction. I've had the distinct privilege, the honor of working with a group of women. One group of the women with whom I do my work is women who are rebuilding lives that have been shattered by violence, grief, poverty, war, and some of the most horrendous abuse. And like I said, I've had the distinct honor of being able to support and guide and mentor and help some of these women find the courage, the power within them, the ability, the skills, the will to rebuild their lives and build lives that are stable and comfortable and meaningful, build relationships that are stable and loving and supportive where they never knew this before. Among these women, there are certain characteristics, certain ways of doing things that are general to the group, but the ones that succeed, there are certain characteristics that every single one of them has. There's a certain way of doing things. And I've taken the time over the last 15 years or so to study these women, observe them. And it's amazing. It has taught me so much. So many times I thought I was teaching them, but they taught me. They taught me courage I did not know existed, which has helped me when my times of grief and loss and trouble have come. And I've also had the privilege over the last 15 years or so, specifically to work with women in many different parts of the world, in all sorts of different circumstances, sectors, professions, socioeconomic brackets. And again, I see the same patterns. Those women who succeed in being happy and fulfilled and being in contribution and building lives that support them, that allow them to support the people that they love, all of them, every single one of them, has these particular qualities, works in this particular way. And so I pulled all of that together and put it in this new series, this new set of trainings that we pulled together at PoshAffairs, which is called Feminine Alchemy. It's a series of play shops and salons and confabs, live events, personal private coaching, online seminars, webinars, that pulls from this, the wisdom of the women of all the world. The wisdom of the women of all the world. And I tell you, we who live in the cities have so much to learn from the women who don't live in the cities. Like I said a minute ago, a lot of the work that I'm doing now is with women in different parts of the world. Parts of the world as different as the islands of the Caribbean, cities and towns and villages in China, cities and towns in the United States, cities and tribal villages in Africa, in Southeast Asia, indigenous villages in South America, women who are struggling and fighting for freedom and freedom of expression and ability to be themselves in the Middle East. I've had the opportunity to watch these women and learn from them. And I've sat back and I have learned, and it has helped me in my life so much. And so I say all of this to say that the notion that all of the world's women are one is not a cliche. It's not something somebody just made up. It is true. No matter where the women live, no matter what circumstances they find themselves in, no matter what they're working with, no matter where they want to go, the ones who succeed, the ones who do the work, all tap into this cosmic this cosmic power. They all tap into this body of wisdom and knowledge and ways that women have of doing things. And that's what I bring to Feminine Alchemy. That's what Feminine Alchemy is. I have gone out, I found it, it has found me, more likely it has found me, and I offer it in PoshAffairs. But this particular video was just to tell you about Feminine Alchemy. I hope that you will go on the website and you will find out some more. Take your time. Take your time, and in the meantime, get to know the women around you. You will find that the wisdom is there too, no matter where in the world you find them.